Anyway, we love the Olympics here, don't we, folks? We love the Olympics here. I haven't watched a single second of them, but we love the Olympics in this household. I have no idea. Dude, there's too many sports in the Olympics. Can we talk about this? There's way too much. There's way too much sports. I just noticed, like, earlier today that there's fucking equestrian sports in the Olympics? Like, horseback sports? I thought the Olympics was supposed to be a celebration of the pinnacle of... Well, okay. Of the pinnacle of human athleticism and sports, not fucking animals! Fuck are we having horse sports for in the Olympics? The human doesn't... Okay, I mean, the human doesn't do anything in that. Is a... You know, it's discrediting it, but... The horse is doing all the work! Not the human! It's gotta be one of the least sports that's actually, like... You know, done in the Olympics. No, we don't have to use horses for something. They're obsolete. We should let them fucking go extinct. Okay, that's a very radical train of thought to have, obviously. But I think it would be funny. Yeah, also... They're adding gaming to the Olympics? It's gone too fucking far, man. Like, I believe esports are valid and stuff, but fucking... Come on. Gaming esports in the Olympics is too much. That's too fucking much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You don't have to add new sports to the Olympics. Just keep it at, like, the fucking track and field shit. You know? Hammer throw, discus throw, 100-meter dash, shit like... Just keep it at that. You don't need all this other shit. It's just too much. You're doing too much. There's no reason for all of this. Like, who are you trying to impress? You're just making it more of a logistical nightmare for people. You can't broadcast all of it anyway. Fuck it, let's roll this. You know what? I do need a little bit of range when I'm rocking a stiffy, aka the bombs, so sure. One of the things that Mario and Sonic in the Olympics will not be played there. They canceled the contract for NFTs. Ah, classic. I can't believe that NFTs, you know what, yeah, I'll take a bomb synergy. Can't believe that NFTs are still, like, a thing at all. Like, even remotely. I thought they were, like, completely gone, right? But occasionally I still see, like, I follow a bunch of artists on Twitter, right? And I don't judge them for minting their shit as NFTs at all. But sometimes I still see an artist post, like, oh yeah, by the way, I, you know, minted this as an NFT, you can buy it for, like, 2 Ethereum or something like that. Look, you gotta monetize your work. I don't blame artists for doing that, especially now that NFTs have all the hype around them dead. If anything, it's actually a good time to do it now, because you're probably not gonna have all of the negative shit going on with it, where it would be a scam. But it is funny that that's, like, it's still a thing. I guess that's the perseverance of the people that actually believed in the technology instead of just wanting to make a quick buck off of it. Fair enough. Also, I happen to have a little bit of money. But yeah, I did see that video of the French pole vaulter losing because of his cock. That's really funny. Honestly, it's the best way to lose, because now everybody knows you've got a fat cock. Or everybody knows you were rocking a stiffy while you were doing the pole vault, which alternatively is probably not that desirable, but yeah, you know what? Let's check the devil deal today. That's knife. How fuck's... Oh, it says... Dude, did they update this? Did they update the item descriptions mod to tell you, like, about overrides like that? That's crazy. Knife overrides Dr. Fetus, the more you know. I would have had to look that up or ask chat. You know, I'll roll then. Okay, fine. Fine. Because I don't want to override Dr. Fetus. I feel like for some reason I only ever get Dr. Fetus on lost runs, but it is funny. I had to see Afghanistan win Valorant in the 2032 Olympics with iPhone earphones and a Dell mouse against Norway with aiming sleeves and shit. That's the vibe, man. That's the vibe. That's like, it's just like the Turkish guy without any gear that everybody loves. Roll this. He's not Valorant. I'd rather watch them just do speedruns of some random games than that. Yeah, you don't need the Olympics for that. Just have them go to HDQ or some shit. You know? It benefits more because it's, you know, charity and stuff. 22 is too late to get into esports. You're cooked, bro. If you want to be an esports prodigy nowadays, you gotta start gaming at like age 4. It's the only chance you have. If you're not a master at games by the time you're 16, you're fucked, man. There's nothing you can do in esports. You only have the time to play games as much as you need to play them to become good at them and become esports worthy at them when you're in your teens. As soon as you hit your 20s and actual obligations... As soon as you hit your 20s and actual obligations hit you, you're fucked, man. There's nothing you can do. This is a chance to negate damage. You know what? I'll take it for that alone. At least you become a streamer. I mean, yeah, but becoming a streamer is also not the easy way out, man. Everybody thinks it's like, oh yeah, it's this easy thing. Brother. I have been doing it for 8 years, and look where I am. I've gotten absolutely nowhere. I mean, I haven't been on the fucking grind 24/7 for it. I know plenty of people, though, that have been and have done it as much, and they might have even gotten partnered, and now they average about 30 viewers. What I'm trying to say is, it's really fucking hard. It's not easy at all. It requires a fuck ton of effort. A 6-something-year-old in Kyrgyzstan somewhere apparently sweeping CS source logs or some shit. Yeah, no, that seems about right. Central Asia is, like, I think the next talent hotbed for shit like that. Could I please get a damn key? I want to go to the planetarium game. This would be very rude of you to not let me go there. I'll honestly be very, very sad if you don't let me go there. Not even one for sale. It's like what the fuck? Pay a lot of money to have comp games removed from existence, not gonna lie. I think competitive games are fine when you don't play them seriously. I think if you are too into them and you're not even like going pro, you're not actually attempting to become a professional player, what the fuck are you doing? What's the point of all this, right? God, chat, this is horrible. This might be the worst first floor I've ever seen, just because I'm not getting a single fucking key. Chat, you know how much resolve it took on that last floor, by the way, to not just cheat in like a key or a quarter so I could buy restock? You know how much resolve that took for me to not do that? It's only my 3rd Isaac run since since the prolonged break that Elden Ring induced upon me, so I am taking a lot of resolve here to not go balls to the wall immediately. I'm playing it as you should, as Edmund intended. Oh wow, a key. Holy crap. I didn't know those existed. We need more asynchronous competitiveness in game, where like you're not fighting people in real time. You're just competing on like score or something like that, you know? That's the real shit, man. Everybody can make their own fun. Although even then you get motherfuckers in shit like Elden Ring when you're like, oh, you didn't beat the game with 0 vig, without rolling, without healing, without blocking, without parrying, using only a level 1 weapon, never leveling up, shit like that. You didn't do that? What? You're a fucking loser. You didn't even play the game right? You got motherfuckers like gatekeeping your experience in a single-player game where you can play however the fuck you want. Which is really funny. I hope everybody that does that gets smitten down by God. You could never. Ow, what the fuck? I'm gonna die, bro. Leave me alone. These guys are the worst part of this fight, by the way. Bro, I'm fucking done. This one for sure, this one for sure. I just gotta lock in. I gotta stop talking about that French guy. Lost pole vaulting because of his cock. How did your exams go? They didn't start yet. My first one is in a week. It's on a Monday next week. So not the one that's tomorrow, but the one after. And then the next one after that is Wednesday after Gamescom, 28th. Still got a bit of time, got a bit of grace period, which means this next week I'm going to start churning through exercises for the first exam. That's the plan at least. Should be decently easy, doesn't seem that bad. Lots of math though, so... I say that as if it's a bad thing. I mean, I used to like math, and then I got to university, and now I don't like math anymore, at least not as much. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, you know, it has its uses, but also, what the fuck were they thinking? This shit is insane. Like, I love that there's, like, cool... Like, much of it I don't love, but I think it's cool that there's, like, actual mathematical theory behind everything, and you can, like, prove everything, right? In terms of, like, algorithms and shit like that, but at the same time... It don't have to be that complex. Nobody that learns programming actually needs to use that math for the most part, you know? 0 actual real-world applications. It just don't make any sense, you know? You know the secret room has to be here. If it wasn't, I would have actually been so mad. You know what? Magic mush right there. Okay, actually it's right here. Fuck. Blue map. I think that's worth blowing up a dono machine for, and if I can get jumper cables as well, even better. Yeah, doing all the mathing thing these days anyway. Exactly, you just got a computer to do the math for you nowadays, man. Like, I know somebody had to, you know, create the computer and they needed math for that, but I don't need the math to make the computer do math. Surely I won't die against the first boss. Questionable. Debatable. Dog shit. Cool. Awesome, thanks. I love getting 0 items. That's the thing, man. Like, I understand that they want you to Like, to teach you this shit, you know, like the principles behind math and shit. So you know the theory and stuff, but it don't matter, man. It don't matter, because, like, you're just gonna get a machine to do that shit for you anyway. Do kids these days even learn cursive anymore? Pretty sure they don't. My ass had to learn how to write cursive, bro. My handwriting is god-awful. You would never catch me writing anything down by hand nowadays. I would be faster typing it, probably. Used to not think that way, but now I can probably guarantee I'd be faster typing than handwriting. Like, you need to have somebody who knows the math to develop the machine, yes. But you don't need to know the math to use the machine. That's what I'm saying. The machine is usually designed specifically for you to be able to operate it without knowing the math. Because it takes so much effort to learn the math. I don't even know where we're going with this, but you know what I mean. Like, it's helpful to know it, obviously, even if you don't need it, but that doesn't mean I can't complain about it anyway. I am so tempted to just throw a bomb at you. I'm sorry, baby plum. You know what? It didn't hit you. That is a sign of divine intervention. You get to live another few seconds before this one blows you up. This item's dog shit. Please don't be bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, I guess War Babylon is active all the time. But yeah, academics is a fun thing. Or whatever. Anyway, roll this. Oh boy, some damage. Gladly. Inject it straight into my veins. It would have been smart to use the Solo Isaac on that devil deal. Just in case the items got deleted by rerolling. So let's just say I got really lucky. Not being punished for my insolence there. Good item! Good item! But I don't know. Good item! But I don't know if I want to carry it, you know? Because I don't want to give up the dice. That's the problem. I don't want to give up the D6, the ED6. I kind of want to keep it. I haven't even seen my item room yet either, apparently. Dog shit. Absolutely terrible. Don't want this. Nuh-uh. I'm just gonna leave. I haven't even gone to my curse room for some reason. Okay, wait a minute. First of all, good item. Second of all, okay, fine, here's what we do. If I'm not gonna carry it, I might as well use it on this floor. Oh, wow. Bountiful. Bountiful harvest. It's incredible. Please don't kill me. It's the big poop room. Please, please. Okay. It's a seminal work, this sprite. It has to be admired in its full true form. Look at it. Majestic. 2 coins. Wow. I should reroll. That's a good idea. It's a good trick. Give me some tier rate. Always glad, always happy. I point out that the stores don't operate on Sundays. Right, yeah, no, I knew that, of course. I always just assumed that every other country other than Germany has people working on Sundays because we're like the only country on Earth apparently that does that, where stores are, like, not even just stores, like every business is forced to be closed on Sundays. It's always this culture shock I experience whenever I go to a different country, where you can like go grocery shopping on a Sunday. It's always wild to me. And so I just assume that's the norm everywhere else. Thank you all for the perfection. Thank you for a reroll into another Tears Up. Absolutely wonderful. You love to see it. You all just sit and fuck all on Sundays? I love the idea of a guy that's so used to working that like the idea of not having to work for a day every week is like insane to him. What do you mean you don't do anything on... What? You don't do anything for an entire day? What, you get to sleep in without taking like time off or what the fuck? I think restaurants are exempt from the Sunday rule. Restaurants and bars are exempt from the Sunday rule. They get to do business on Sundays. More so, I don't think it's like a rule necessarily that you can't have business on Sundays. It's just that if you have business on Sundays, you gotta pay your employees a fuck ton extra. It's like triple overtime or some shit, right? Which is why restaurants operate or whatever. Maybe only during certain hours, or maybe they're exempt from that law. You know, I don't know how it is. But, like, basically, if you're working on a Sunday, you gotta pay a shit ton extra. That's why stores close and stuff. More tier rate. Don't mind me, I'm not complaining. Saw a German meme recently, but it's like inverse Russian roulette. Sharing those, so I don't want to gamble it. It's like a 1 in 6 chance of actually being slightly humorous, but you can't tell. It's probably humorous to other German people. But, you know, that's not really saying a lot. I never knew this. I only, like, realized this when I started, like, using Instagram and seeing reels of, like, like foreigners, expats or whatever living in Germany and realizing, like making, you know, posts about their experiences living in Germany. I didn't know that, like, we Germans do this thing where we just give people, like, we just stare at people. We give people, like, a death stare when we walk past them. Like, we just look at them. We don't mean anything by it, mind you. Like, we're not, like, you know, judging them or anything. Like, we just look at people. But apparently, like, because of our resting, like, neutral faces or whatever, it's like a death stare. Apparently, that is something that Germans do that other countries don't. And I never noticed it until I had this, like, you know, introspection by having other people from other countries refer to their experiences. Never realized that. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny to think about. Man, what's with all these dog shit items? Get the hell out of here, man. Kids in public making sure to stare at disabled people as obviously as they can when their iPad runs out of battery. That is true though. Ooh, lovers. Okay, Lost Soul's interesting. What if I make this guy pay out as well? I have money. And then we roll.
Soul of Isaac.
None of that is particularly interesting so far. Ooh, that's good though. I've seen an alarming increase in shitposts where people online, where people shit on Germans for not being able to relate to anything. Is this true? I have not seen the posts you refer to, which in this weird context means I'm kind of exemplifying your point, I guess. What do you mean not relate to anything? As in have no empathy? Or as in have no ability to relate to experiences because they didn't experience them as well? I don't know, you know? I don't know what you mean by that. Because empathy, that's not true. People here do have empathy. It might not come across that way, but that might just be like a language or a culture barrier. Why'd you do that? We don't do that in Germany type thing? I don't know. I mean, I don't encounter it, but I am German. But I don't do that to other people. Like, you know, I don't say like, oh, we don't do that here, you know? There might be people like that, sure. But I've never encountered anybody like that. But I also, you know, I'm not a perfect example because I barely talk to people that live here. I have some IRL friends and I know they don't act like that. But I also don't know how they act when interacting with other people online, so... I feel like this is only something, like, this is an online phenomenon, I feel. This is an online thing. And I don't interact... Like, I'm not at the intersection of German people that interact with other people online, you know? But hey, you know, it is... I've said this before. I'm glad that the opinion... The average opinion on Germans online seems to have shifted away from, oh, they're all Nazis, to, oh, they have a funny language. They have some funny... idiosyncrasies and behavioral patterns or whatever. I can fuck with that, man. That's whatever. Because I can always rest assured that as much fun as people make of the German language, it comes back tenfold on the Dutch language instead. Because Dutch is even funnier as a language, and it's not even close. Dutch is just such a funny language. It's not real. I'm just remembering the fucking tweet, man. We have an serious problem. I really hope that they never change the language at all. That they just embrace it being very funny. I'd rather, like, 100 times out of 100, I'd rather people make jokes like that than be like, oh, aren't you like a fucking racist Nazi and shit like that, you know? Like, that's way worse. You gotta pick your battles, you know? You gotta embrace the humor a little bit. I'm loving just the items that are showing up. Just so many fucking stat ups. It's great. Aren't you a racist Nazi and shit like that? Nah. Maybe my great-grandpa, I don't fucking know what he was up to. Never met him. Never knew him. Don't even know his name. Don't know his face. Know nothing about him. But how would I know, right? God, I love how much multi-segment enemies get absolutely destroyed by Broken Modem. It will never cease to amaze me. Where's the deal at? Over here. 2 gupsters, huh? 2 gupsters, you say. Interesting. Well, it would be a smart move to get this one, just for the guppy progress. And then roll it. And then just take this, because why not? And then roll this and fucking die. Should have rolled this, obviously, that would have been smart. I forgot I had it. That's my fault, gang. Furniture is always cool when it helps you tidy up stuff. I like living tidy. I put everything into drawers and shelves and shit. Now those drawers are an absolute mess, but at least outwardly it looks clean, right? That's what matters. You teleport sheets, how dare you? I value my time. unfortunately. I don't have to fucking have money anyway. I value my time more than an average person who insists on not teleporting. Which is fine, if you want to play the game like that, that's okay, right? It's your choice. It's your time at the end of the day, not mine. Sure, I'll take a bot play. But I enjoy not doing that. So I don't do that. I'm gonna share a lurkin. Alright. Think of me while you're naked. You think it's people that... Okay. You think it's people that don't shower naked at home? Like, I understand maybe if you're, like, you know, in a public swimming pool or something like that. You obviously probably won't shower naked. You'd buck naked anyway. Or in a gym. Maybe? But at home? Motherfuckers that are so ashamed of themselves that they'll put on clothes to shower. Or, like, you know, specific shower clothes, I guess. Socks stay on. That's actually vile. Out of all the clothing to get wet, the one that must feel the worst, that must feel the nastiest if it gets wet, it's gotta be socks, right? Something about socks getting wet, even if it's just a drop of water, just feels so much worse than, like, your t-shirt, or even your pants. It's so weird how wet socks feel so bad. I should buy this just because it's cheaper now. That way, I don't have to pay extra. Even if it gets deleted now. Wow, it's all just dog shit. Godhead's fine, considering I'm the lost. Sure. I don't know why it is that, like, having wet feet feels so weird. Or much rather, wet feet with socks on. Because, I mean, obviously having wet feet isn't in and of itself all that weird. Happens every time you take a shower. But, you know, something about having wet socks on feels exceedingly terrible. I don't like soaking wet as well, you know? Like, if it's a bit wet from, like, sweat and stuff, it's not the same. It's not as bad. Maybe it's because it's gradual moisture buildup. I don't know. Let's go up because I'm lost. Let's check in here. Nothing exceedingly amazing. I mean, obviously this is conjoined, but... Great item. Don't have restock, though. And no more shops coming up, either. So... No point to taking this. Yeah, okay. That's a bummer, because that would have been nice if it showed up much earlier, but oh well. No need. I hit the tears cap. Give me damage. Stop with the damn tears ups. I appreciate how much you've given them to me so far, but I don't need them anymore. All I need now is damage. Damage. Like chat, I watched Oppenheimer recently. I finally got around to watching it. I downloaded it like half a year ago, but I finally got around to watching it. Can you believe it? It's a good movie. It deserves all the praise it got. It's a good movie. There's also some really, probably unintentionally funny scenes in it. Like the cuck scene. It's very funny. Nah, come on. It's incredible cinema. When was the last time you played golf with friends? Ages ago. It's been years, probably. All I remember is the last time I interacted with it. I think might have been TF Connect 2022? When, at some point throughout the stream ended up getting attacked by a DDoS attack. Like the TF2 server they were playing on. Whoever was playing at the stream at the time. I think it was the MBM segment. So at some point, the people that were playing opted out, what if we played Golf with Your Friends? And then, unfortunately for them, Golf with Your Friends has this issue where it leaks IP addresses. So it ended up, you know, not just taking down the TF2 servers. So, yeah. That's all I remember about it. Is yeah, it has this wonderful thing where it just leaks your IP address, which is pretty cool. Kind of a major flaw in the netcode of that game, that you can not even be in the server or in the session and get people's IP addresses. It seems kind of like a major security risk that really shouldn't be that way, but oh well. Oh, it's Spindown Dice, awesome. I mean, this is conjoined, and I should kind of just take it for that. This does give me a little bit of tier rate that breaks the tiers cap, even if I won't get any benefit beyond that. Still, 0.05 tier rate is pretty nice. The other two don't even have that interesting. Like, I mean, I can get this all the way down to Parasite or maybe the D6, but like, I got so much luck. I can just afford to reroll normally as well, because I'm gonna get a shit ton of chests, so even if shit disappears, you know. 120 volt is fine, I'll take it, whatever. I'm gonna get charges. Chest, let's go. Useless to me, also not a good spin down chain, so we just roll them. That's Immaculate Heart. Way down the line. Well, I might be able to get that. Who knows? That's just good. That's just good, though. I also never knew that mana equals power spins down into wafer. The more you learn, the more you know. That's Godhead. I gotta go for that. That's for sure. Okay. Now we have a good, reasonable one spin down target to actually try and build a charge for. About damn time. That's also just good. Kinda doesn't synergize with Godhead, but it does give me homing still, so I'll go for it anyway. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. Alright. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Ah, what a satisfying synergy. It always comes together on the chest. You always gotta wait until you get there, but then it comes together beautifully. I know Solomuck would have also been cool. But come on, homing lasers is just... ah, it's beautiful. Homing lightning even. Okay, okay, what you got in here? Nothing of note. I mean, nah, I don't want to lose damage. There's no point playing that guy. Could have had him pay out with something maybe, but... his rates are abhorrent. Oh well. Goodbye, blue baby. Good night. Sleep tight. Beautiful. Good night, sweet prince. I'm done here. This has been long enough. It was 3 runs in 1, basically. I died like a moron. Anyway, GG's. GG's.